Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. And hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. And today I have a new project for you. I am just taking a look. I've been having trouble seeing comments as they post, so I'm trying to watch both my laptop and my iPad, and of course today they're both showing everything. So I may close one of these in a moment. Okay. So I'm going to show you a project, and if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments. If you're joining me, please say hello in the comments, whether you're watching live or on replay. Likewise, the questions live or on replay, I will see them either on Facebook or YouTube. And if you want to get in touch with me about anything I'm showing or any questions you have about this project or anything else Stampin' Up related, you can reach out to me, Nancy at nancysniftynotes.com, if you don't want to put it in the comments. If you go to my website, nancysniftynotes.com, you will see my blog. I try to post all five weekdays. Sometimes there's an extra post on a Saturday if I'm doing a blog hop that's scheduled for that day. And my very next blog post will be the project that I'm doing today, and it will be posted under the same name as this video if you're looking for it later on. And from my website, you can go to my tutorials and go to my Stampin' Up store and request a catalog and all kinds of things. So let me fix my lighting here. I just realized I don't have my room lights on. Let's fix that. Not sure how much that helps you guys, but it helps me, especially as the sun is playing peekaboo here. So like I said, good morning, Sarah. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be using the Cutest Crew bundle. I love this bundle. It is exactly that. Cute, cute, cute. And it's got puppies and kitties and birdies. And it's got these open dies that cut out these images. And then it's got, I guess if these are open, these are closed, but they cut out solid cardstock images with some embossed details on them. So it's fun to use them in combination. And then it's got these strips. We'll use at least one of those. And so I've got a pretty good idea of what I want to make today. But just not all of the details worked out. So hang out with me. I may ask for some input and we'll see how we go. Okay, I am going to start with some basic beige and the puppy stamp and some black ink. And I'm going to stamp this up. I want it. There we go. Don't have this cut quite to size, but that's okay. I've got it the right width or height. I don't have it the right length yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. If you know me, I'm pretty obsessed with cleaning my stamps as I go because too many times I've dropped them on my project or dropped something onto the stamp and it's been a disaster. So I'm going to bring in some brown Stampin' Blends. And I have a little cheat sheet that I did several years ago because I've got the Naturals collection And it's really hard from the caps to see what they actually look like. So I made a swatch, and that just helps me. And I also added the bronze and ivory ones to see how they compare to these other ones. And I should probably put pecan pie on there too. So, but yeah, let's do that. Get that on there really fast so I can really tell what I'm doing. Okay. Hey Paula, I'm glad you're working the election. It always makes me happy to know you're doing that. So I am just gonna color these in a bit. I'm going to bring in Lost Lagoon here for the kerchief. Which one was that? That was medium deep. And one of the things I wanted to do today was use the new gel pen, the white gel pen, because I realized I'd not used it on an actual project. I played with it just to see how it worked and loved it, but I hadn't actually used it. So let's see how that goes. Of course, you don't want to go over the black, because then you won't see the detail of the image. So I have to be very careful here, but it's a very thin pen. I also know that if I drag my hand over it, it will smear. So I'm being doubly careful here with this stuff. But it is working really nicely. My neighbors are off to they're off to Canada because their son is getting married there, and then she The wife is from England, and it's been a long time since she's been back to visit family. So they're going on from there to England. And he's like, yeah, I'm not so into traveling. He'll be back 1 week in Canada, 1 week in England, and he's back. But she'll spend a couple more weeks in England, apparently. I'm going to bring in, I think, crumb cake. That's crumb cake dark. Bring in crumb cake light. And he's like, yeah, I'll be ready to be home. So hopefully they have a good trip, easy transit. But my dogs are very confused because I just heard them run out. But the neighbor's dog is not there to come out and play, which confuses them. Okay, we'll add a couple of dark patches to this one. Well, not at that end. There we go. And where's my pretty peacock? On his kerchief, we'll do some pretty peacock. What else we're gonna do? I want to go that dark. Do I want to go that dark? Yes, I want to go that dark. Okay, this one also I have to be careful, because if I get it too dark where the lines are, there won't be any detail. Got a pretty day today, it looks like. We are definitely in our cool and crisp season now, which is just fine by me. Been wearing layers, but I can tell I'm probably gonna have to stop here at some point and take my layer off here, because in my craft room with the big windows with the sun on them, okay, now let's give this one maybe a white belly. And a white tip of the tail and tips of ears. leaves. Avoiding that white so I don't smear it. Getting the flowers colored in. This is Pool Party. It's a little lighter than the Lost Lagoon, but still in the same family. Let's give this guy something here. Oh, that looks weird. I don't like weird. Oh, now I've just totally messed that up. Oh, I'm sad. Well, he'll have a dark head. Should have left well enough alone. Well, maybe he's got a dark body. And a dark head. And light ears and tail. Oh well. Okay. Oh, and he's got a little badge. Boop and boop. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Did you guys actually see what I did here? Okay, so we've got what? About a centimeter. So there's about a centimeter. That puts it at 11. There we go. So I want to make a mat for that. Let me bring in my concept and then we can figure some things out. Get all of these out of the way. So I have Pretty Peacock base, Lost Lagoon mat. This is basic beige that I've embossed with the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. And then I've got a strip of this Nature's Walk Designer Series paper. And I can scoot this to get as much of whichever color I want on there. And then I did, this is also Nature's Walk but I'm going to do that side and Lost Lagoon in there, again with the embossing folder. And I pre-cut this one, but I think what I want to do is actually make one out of that Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to bring in a scrap of adhesive sheet. Got my mini cut and emboss. You all still with me? Try to keep it over that adhesive if I can. Go on. I know, you don't like to start. I gotta get you offset a little bit more. This one likes to offset, which can be a little tricky with the longer dies. I may have to go over to my big one. That should do it, I think. This is when you need a third hand. Come here. I'll just do it on my regular one. Wants to be difficult? We can fix that. And there goes the layer. As promised. Okay. So I like to use my brush to get out all the bits. This is an old style of it. The new one comes and it just pops into the end of the take your pick tool. And this just pops right out. All the little bits are out of my die, ready to go for next time. So let's get everything straightened up again. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that down there. I think we're gonna bring in another scrap. All right. Okay. So when I'm working on something that's pretty skinny, instead of pushing down and pushing it away from that bar, I like to cut up towards it so that it stays square. Is my theory anyway. Seems to work for me. Okay, so that should... Yeah, need to cut that down just a bit. Could really just be the thinnest outline, which is good because that's what I cut. Just something to make it stand out the tiniest bit. Measure, measure, and cut again anyway. Creative wizard, huh? You have a lot of faith in me, Gladys. So it's just a little bit, but it makes it stand out. Just enough. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm not so happy with that. Okay, so that was 2.5. Let's try. Too much? That may be too much, but let's make compromise here in a bit. That. And then I'm going to bring in this is how I store my scraps. So I've got hanging files for each of my colors. So in the hanging file, I've got full sheets, and then I put all the scraps in one of these. And that's where I go first when I'm looking for something. And I'm going to bring in... I think I'm going to do Have the Best Day. Most of my blocks are actually downstairs in my my monthly medley class is still all mounted up because I've got people coming today to do a session. I had a session on Saturday, in a session today, which is nice. It's nice to have enough people coming to be able to have 2 pretty full sessions. I had 6 on Saturday and 4 today. I like those numbers. I'm not sure yet where I want to trim the ends, if I want to trim the ends. Okay, let's play with this again. Let's do some layering up that we know we want, and then it doesn't all keep moving on us. Okay. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining me. Okay, there's that. We'll get this glued down. Now I could have done this bigger circle with just regular cardstock, but I thought it's very, very subtle, but there is some variegation in that, which is kind of nice. And then what I was looking at was I've actually got it embossed. Let's see if I can get this so you can see it. I'm actually going to be able to align. This is a really subtle thing, but I'm aligning the embossing on both layers. Like I said, very subtle. I think maybe I'm going to want that more up here. I'm not sure I want that border that big. We may trim that down a little bit again. And I remember why I didn't really want to do that, but that's okay. We will make it work. This is harder to keep straight in some ways. Yeah, that may have been a mistake. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. That's a better border. Okay, we're going to commit here. Okay, so it's dry. It's not smearing now, the white. Bring this back in. Have another play. Hedging my bets a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some of this on here. It's just paper. If we don't like it, we can recycle it. But I think I'm gonna like it. I want it all the way down like that. I might, like that, I think. Yeah, I don't think I want it like that. I think I like it better like that. It can be, ooh, I like it right like that. Right like that. Don't move. Oh, I have to get that down, don't I? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out, do I want it flat or popped up? I think flat-ish. It's already kind of popped up because of... You, I want straight on there. This, I know. I know I usually use glue, but for some reason this is telling me use tear and tape. I think the embellishments I want are downstairs. Yep. I will be right back. Hang in there. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. Earthy matte dots. Let's see here. Because they've got these lovely Lost Lagoon ones. think that's it. I think that's it, and then we have to do an inside. So we will do an inside. One of the things I really like about this nature walk is that it's great for anybody. This could easily be a guy card, a kid card, a gal card. Anybody. Again, I don't hold with the idea that guys don't like flowers, because plenty of guys plant and tend flowers and love raising them and everything, but we just tend to think of more masculine cards not having flowers. And there we go. That is fun and cute, I think. I hope you like it. Reminder, you can leave comments whether you're watching on replay or live, and you can find the blog post for this at nancysniftynotes.com. It's my very next one after making this video, but it's also posted under this video's name. If you can do a search from nancysniftynotes.com, you can link to my Stampin' Up online store. You can find tutorials, some of my retired product for sale. If you're in Australia and you're looking for something that's retired, reach out to me, because if I've got it, I'm probably willing to sell it. And I will be back the same time, same place next week with another project. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.